Guten Tag, Konnichiwa, Ciao, hello. Doesn't matter what the language, Global Car Care speaks your car's language. Welcome back to the NCW Life Channel Spotlight on Business. I'm Eric Grandstrom, and today we're going to learn more about what used to be Brian's Automotive Alternative in downtown Wenatchee to Global Car Care. We're going to talk with Brian to find out the story right here.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years. I grew up in East Wenatchee, and I worked jobs in restaurants, and at some point I decided that I was going to make a move to automotive. I knew that I would never starve to death in a restaurant, but I may not be able to pay my bills. So I took a job on South Wenatchee in a little gas station as a mechanic, and worked my way up through into a dealership mechanic. So I split my time as a mechanic between independent shops and dealerships. And then at one point I decided that I wanted to be in business for myself. So I rented Ivan Lutz's old gas station on Arundel Street, and I started Brian's Automotive Alternative in 1993.
For Brian, his passion for cars started at an early age, spending his time with car magazines and hanging around service stations to expand his knowledge.
I'm a little unique there, where what I did is I absorbed magazines from the time I was probably 12 or 13 years old. I had literally Carcraft hot rod magazines stacked to the top of my bedroom ceiling almost. And I really didn't realize that I was getting an education, but these were professionals that were writing these articles, and the information in them was very good. I just didn't know it at the time. And I used to hang around the service stations because that's where everybody got their car fixed in those days. And I had always had a passion for racing and going fast and modifying these vehicles. So I would literally take them apart in my bedroom to the chagrin of my mother, and modify them and then put them back together, and then sometimes take them to the racetrack and whatever. But racing was a great way to learn this business.
Working to learn what he could about running a small business, Brian began his venture as Brian's Automotive Alternative in downtown Wenatchee.
It was an alternative to going to the dealership. Basically was what that name suggested, was I'm going to give you an alternative. I'm going to give you a high quality dealership experience without some of the negative things that were thought of as dealerships in those days. I was there for 17 years. Okay. And 9 years after I opened that, I opened the second shop, which is Global Car Care on Crescent Street, down behind the train in the park, okay, next to the bridge. So I opened that in 2002, and then in 2010 I combined both those shops together out here at North Wenatchee Avenue.
Brian says running two businesses in the Wenatchee Valley was an opportunity to branch out after outgrowing the original facility and learning how to trust and manage his staff. Bringing the two businesses together was a dream for the Thorpes.
That was the vision and the dream coming together, to have a facility, because automotive repair shops or shop space in general in Wenatchee is not, there's not an abundance of it here. So it is limited about the limited places that a business that size can go. And this fit the bill perfectly. The location was ideal, and the building was not perfect, but I knew that I could modify it and make it work for what we want to do, and I think it works really well for us.
What kind of work comes through the doors at Global Car Care?
We are a complete automotive repair shop that specializes in European and luxury vehicles and diesels. So we work on the hard stuff. We work on the diagnostic problems that others are having a hard time fixing. We get referrals from dealerships and body shops all over town to turn off that pesky light on a car after body work is done, or when another dealer has a car that comes in and they can't fix. So we work on the really hard stuff, but we also do maintenance on just about any make and model of car. The key in the automotive industry is that you never stop learning. We run the business on a premise that we're constantly and never-endingly improving. And that means that we have to still read magazine articles and internet articles, and we have ongoing training. My technicians have access to technical training 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
The mechanics at Global Car Care are unique, Brian says, as they work tirelessly to bring expert craftsmanship to the job each day.
So I have different levels of technicians out there. I've got younger, and then I've got senior master technicians and myself, and we all work as a team to help each other up. The staff here, these people have their heart in the right place. They get up every day and they give this everything they've got. They're doing the right thing. They care about what they're doing. They're true craftsmen and tradesmen in their professions, and they are not common this is not a common team that you would find in the automotive industry. These guys are unusual.
Whether it's with a cup of hot tea or a quick snack while they wait, Brian and his wife Larissa, along with their dog Sasha, work to bring smiles to their customers' faces on what might be a rough day.
Well, dealing with the customers is the best part. We like people. We've always been people. And my motto is you never put money ahead of people. So I find that part of the business is enjoyable, rewarding, and fun to create an environment that is comfortable, warm, and inviting for people to do business in. And without, I always said you got to put a little love in this or it wouldn't be worth it.
It's very enriching for me, and now I'm trying to learn Spanish, so I can do it in Spanish a little bit, poquito.
Taking some of the pain out of car repair and working to bring great results to customers. The Thorpes say they're grateful to be a part of the small business community in the Wenatchee Valley.
I love the community. My children are here, and we want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community.
Yeah, and I would love to add that some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time, and I believe that it's because of this guy. Sometimes it's not always happy moments, but he is doing everything.
And she's modest, but she really, I'm the big vision person, and she takes care of everything that falls through the cracks. So I could not do what I do here without Larissa.